I don't break laws. I make laws. I'm the lawmaker.
Thank you.
Great.
You're well set.
Yeah, I'm ready. Steve.
I don't break laws. I make laws. I'm the lawmaker. I don't break laws. I make laws. I'm the lawmaker.
Trump rarely seems happier than when signing executive orders.
Anybody want to watch your side?
And he's getting lots of practice.
We're very proud of this one. Okay.
He'll have signed more executive orders in his first 100 days than any president since World War II.
Doesn't get much bigger than that.
Though he used to bash President Obama for doing it.
And he goes around signing all these executive orders. It's a basic disaster. You can't do it.
Oh, yes, he can.
So do we have the executive order, please?
But holding up an executive order can leave the president holding the bag, make that the fox or the panda or the microwave. At the Twitter account Trump Draws, the president draws like a kid and spells like one, too. Often the drawings relate to the news. For instance, when the president informed China's leader over dessert that U.S. missiles had been launched against Syria.
And we had the most beautiful piece of chocolate cake that you've ever seen.
That resulted in this. New York Magazine says an L.A. visual effects artist who wants to remain anonymous told the magazine the Twitter account wrote itself when he saw the leader of the free world holding up paper. There's even a meme generator that lets you create your own executive orders. For instance, you could decree free raisins for everybody. Or, after an audience in Berlin dissed his daughter, hissing at Ivanka Trump shall be punishable by flogging. So the next time the president holds up one of those executive orders, blowing his own horn, that order could keep on trucking who knows where. Jeannie Moos, CNN. New York.
I don't break laws. I make laws. I'm the lawmaker. I don't break laws. I make laws. I'm the lawmaker.
Signing executive orders is not the way our country was supposed to be run.
Nobody ever heard of an executive order. Then all of a sudden Obama, because he couldn't get anybody to agree with him, he starts signing them like they're butter.
Build the pipelines, we want to build the pipe. And if it's a no, we'll give them a quick no. And if it's a yes, it's like, let's start building. That's a big one. Ready?
Ready to go.
We're ready. Okay, that's big stuff. So how important is this? Been talking about doing this for a long time. Like many years.
Thank you very much.
I don't break laws. I make laws. I'm the lawmaker.
Do you feel sad, Charlie?
Sad.
Do you feel sorrow for their relatives?
What you can't understand, Mr. G, is that I have been raised up in a different world than you've been raised up.
It's a story that begins about 15 miles away from his victory party 70 years ago in Jamaica Estates, a wealthy neighborhood in Queens, New York.
You can't understand Donald without looking at his childhood.
Donald J. Trump lived in this ornate home, the fourth of 5 children.
He did not grow up as a middle-class kid. The family had chauffeurs. He was taken to school in a limousine. He never had to work regular jobs.
He described his mother, Mary, a Scottish immigrant, as the perfect housewife. His father, Fred, was a millionaire real estate developer. The Trump patriarch has been described as a human machine, driven.
His father was, he was a demanding guy, and he did very much push Donald, and Donald in some ways was the chosen son.
That ambition was unmistakably prevalent in young Donald's DNA.
Donald, I think, was more than a troublemaker. He was a profound brat. He has said that he punched his teachers when he didn't like what he was being told to do.
Don't you think Jesus would be appalled that you were invoking his name?
I didn't invoke any name. They put that on me.
Our own church would say, Jesus is my savior, Trump is my president, and directly on the back of their shirts it says he is the chosen one.
I think he's done a lot of good things for our country, and if the people in the House and the Senate would leave him alone, he could get a lot more done. I think God chose him to get this country right, get us back on our feet, and get us back with the Lord like we need to be.
Don't you think Jesus would be appalled that you were invoking his name?
I didn't invoke any name. They put that on me.
It was Donald Trump, God's chosen candidate.
Yes.
Don't you think Jesus would be appalled that you were invoking his name?
I didn't invoke any name. They put that on me.
Do you feel like Donald Trump is in some way God's chosen one as a candidate?
I do. I think he's been sent from above.
He was put in here for a reason. I pray to God every day. I pray every morning, and I do thank God for, I thank God to put his hand on Donald Trump and give him the right directions to lead this country and to be a leader of this, in our country. So I believe he is.
I believe he is a gift from God that's trying to save our country. I do believe it.
Trump was chosen by God. Do you believe that?
I truly believe that was divine intervention in 16. Absolutely. I'm a believer.
Without a doubt. If Donald Trump wasn't elected in 2016, this country would be a third world country. We're headed that way now if we don't get it stopped.
God don't choose a perfect man. He chooses a man that can do the job. And Trump is the man that can do the job.
Don't you think Jesus would be appalled that you were invoking his name?
I didn't invoke any name. They put that on me.
God puts people over us in office, and I believe God put Donald Trump there.
Don't you think Jesus would be appalled that you were invoking his name?
I didn't invoke any name. They put that on me.
You think about Jesus Christ himself. Everybody went against him because he was preaching love and doing what was right for the people. And Trump's doing what's right for this nation. And because he's doing that, everybody is against him.
Don't you think Jesus would be appalled that you were invoking his name?
I didn't invoke any name. They put that on me.
Just thank God for President Trump. He's the hands and feet of Jesus.
Don't you think Jesus would be appalled that you were invoking his name?
I didn't invoke any name. They put that on me.
What I was hearing the Lord say was, "This is my son, with whom I'm well pleased."
Don't you think Jesus would be appalled that you were invoking his name?
I didn't invoke any name. They put that on me.
When Jesus was falsely accused of treason, Pontius Pilate gave Jesus the opportunity to face his accusers. During that sham trial, Pontius Pilate afforded more rights to Jesus than the Democrats have afforded this president.
Don't you think Jesus would be appalled that you were invoking his name?
I didn't invoke any name. They put that on me.
ఆయనను నమ్మడం జరిగింది. అది ప్రేమ అనేది అభిమానమైంది. అభిమానం అనేది దేవునిలాగా పూజించుకుంటున్నాను. నేను ఎక్కడికైనా వెళ్తే ఆయన ఫోటో చూసి నేను బయటికి వెళ్తుంటాను నేను. శుక్రవారం రోజు ఆయనకు ఫాస్టింగ్ కూడా ఉంటాను నేను.
नहीं गांव वाला भी नहीं रुका. वो गांव वाला भी वो बहुत खुशी रहता है. वो अमेरिका वो प्रेसिडेंट है ना, उनको ये प्रतिमा लगेगा ना, उसको अच्छा लगेगा. वो ट्रम्प ये घर आने के वो बहुत अच्छा रहता.
Don't you think Jesus would be appalled that you were invoking his name?
I didn't invoke any name. They put that on me.
You could say that the United States political system is in for a pounding, and the name of that Trump is Don. The name of that Trump is Donald. That's why God said through his servant Kim Clement, I will raise up the next president. His name will be Donald. Do you know why God told that to Kim Clement in 14? Because he had told it to us in 09. I will raise up a hammer.
Yeah, and I only knew Linda Kasabian. I've seen her 3 times in my life, maybe 2 minutes in my whole life I've seen the broad.
At a press conference just last week.
I have no idea who she was, and nor could I care less. It's a rigged deal. It's a made-up, fabricated story.
Last night on social media, he attacked E. Jean Carroll 37 times in just 20 minutes, an average of 1.85 posts per minute.
Yeah, and I only knew Linda Kasabian. I've seen her 3 times in my life, maybe 2 minutes in my whole life I've seen the broad.
I have no idea who the hell. She's a
Mr.
whack
President,
job.
you did not.
The mostly Republican audience lapped it up.
What kind of a woman meets somebody and brings them up, and within minutes you're playing hanky-panky in a dressing room, okay? I don't know if she was married then or not, but think of it.
He made fun of her account of her sexual assault, and many in the audience laughed.
Yeah, and I only knew Linda Kasabian. I've seen her 3 times in my life, maybe 2 minutes in my whole life I've seen the broad.
October 2022 social media post reading in part, I don't know this woman. This woman is not my type. But in 2019, Trump acknowledged this photo from the 1980s, showing the two chatting.
I have absolutely no idea who she is. There's some picture where we're shaking hands. It looks like at some kind of event.
Trump, who isn't expected to appear at the trial unless called to testify, posted Wednesday calling the case a, quote, made-up scam.
Yeah, and I only knew Linda Kasabian. I've seen her 3 times in my life, maybe 2 minutes in my whole life I've seen the broad.
I have no idea who this woman is. This is a woman who's also accused other men of things, as you know. It is a totally false accusation. I think she was married, as I read. I have no idea who she is. But she was married to a actually nice guy, Johnson, a newscaster. Standing with my coat on in a line. Give me a break. With my back to the camera. I have no idea who she is. What she did is it's terrible. What's going on? So it's a total false accusation, and I don't know anything about her.
Yeah, and I only knew Linda Kasabian. I've seen her 3 times in my life, maybe 2 minutes in my whole life I've seen the broad.
I have no idea who this woman is. I have absolutely no idea. The whole thing is ridiculous. I have absolutely no idea who this woman is. The verdict is a disgrace.
An earlier trial found Trump liable for sexually assaulting and defaming Carroll, but she said it keeps happening. He lied last month. He lied on Sunday. He lied yesterday. The jury also seeing recent messages to Carroll from others, calling her a lying fraud, ugly as sin, and a disgusting disgrace to women. Carroll said she's so afraid now she keeps a pit bull at home and a gun by her bed.
Yeah, and I only knew Linda Kasabian. I've seen her 3 times in my life, maybe 2 minutes in my whole life I've seen the broad.